have kind of one really simple question to ask you. And this is truly heartfelt. It really is. How do you feel? Like, how do you feel tonight? Like, just take a moment and go, hey, if you feel great, I love it. I am so happy for you. But if you don't feel so good, this might be the hour you want to hang out with us, because we're really going to try to go in, start at spring, going into summer. Imagine feeling healthier and happier and more vibrant than you've ever felt before. Wouldn't that be awesome? So stick around, because we're going to tell you about our incredible today's special. This is from the team of Nutrisystem. Now, I thought this statistic was fascinating. Do you know they are the #1 home delivery weight loss program in America? That says a lot. But here's something else I think it's more important. Do you know that they've been around for 40 years, changing millions of people's lives? Now, a system isn't around for 40 years if it doesn't work. It'd be gone like that. You know that. Nobody would buy it. Nobody'd be into it. But imagine 40 years later, they're still going strong. They're the #1 home delivery weight loss system. They've got to be doing something right. And here's why I get goosebumps about this, is we have an exclusive value you will not find absolutely anywhere else. If you had to buy what I'm about to describe to you separately from Nutrisystem, you would spend $328. $328. But what you're getting exclusive, and it's only here at HSN, we're the only TV retailer to have it, not even our sister network has it. We have an offer that's $199.98, and this covers, believe it or not, your entire first month on Nutrisystem. Now, last time I launched this, it sold out before the day was over. We knew that was gonna happen. Before the show was over, the hour was over, we had sold almost 800. If you just want to try it for the first 30 days, do you know I'm going into this show, I only have a couple thousand even available. So I just want to kind of give you some info to start with. What are you getting? You're getting results. That's what's really exciting about it. You know what you're not getting? A whole bunch of prep, having to weigh stuff, having to worry about it. What I love is this is almost a no-think system. You just open the box, follow what they say to do, and watch what happens. It's so exciting without any pre-prepping, without the mess, without having to weigh stuff, without having to go crazy. And we do obviously want to show you some results, because they have had hundreds of thousands of millions of people get amazing results through their easy to use system. Christina, I hope you caught that. This is Laura, lost 50 pounds in 19 months. That's the way to do it, slow and steady, right? If you want to keep it off. We've got Rose here, look at that, 103 pounds in 26 months. And again, it tastes good, that's what's amazing. And you don't miss any of the ooey gooey fun stuff that we want. You get the salty, you get the sweets, you get the snacks. They have a new cheese puff in this one that tastes just like the cheese puffs that you would run from if you were trying to formally diet. So let's get into it. You're getting the whole system comes to your door. Out of the box, you get your Fast 5. That's key, because it's up to 5 pounds that first week. That gets you excited. Then for the rest of the month, and we'll give you all the details, you are going to get your breakfast, your lunch, your dinners, and your snacks included, again, in this exclusive bundle. Now, not only would you have to spend $328 to match our deal, but you'd also have to buy and use the shipping. You'd have to pay for shipping, right? So here we have it, free shipping tonight. Do you know the shipping alone, and I'm a nerd, so I did the math, the shipping alone is $17. So here at HSN, we're $145 off. Now, if you've got a ways to go, let's say you've got 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever it might be, you can actually get this entire system on our Autoship, which means you will continue to get this at the exact same price and with free shipping for as long as you stay in the program. So you want to grab Autoship. Then there's two options. Do you want the balance program, or there's actually a vegetarian choice as well? So we're gonna tell you all about it. We're gonna show you lots of great stories. I got a guy calling in, Joey, who I cannot wait to talk to. He's one of the most inspirational stories when it comes to using the Nutrisystem. We also have another gal, Tara's gonna join us. She'll tell her story live. But first and foremost, we're gonna talk to one of my dearest friends. I have known Kathy Levin for many, many years. Both of us worked at our sister network, QVC, for a long time. Kathy and I know each other so well. We even know our weight struggles, up and down and up and down. And you know what? You gotta find a great system, and certainly this is it. And Kathy, it is always good to see you, my love.
Hello, you look fabulous, my dear. Tennis agrees with you.
Well, also, I wasn't gonna share it right off the bat, but about 5 weeks ago, I got very, very, very serious about my health and my weight.
Well, You look like you got serious because you are looking svelte
Love
and
you.
terrific. Truly, I don't see you year to year, especially with this mess going on. So you look fabulous, but always a pleasure to work with you, always. And so nice to be back. Hi to everybody. And you know, Suzanne, I went to my own doctor a couple weeks ago for my annual physical, and I said to her, on average, how much have your patients gained this year? She said, on average, they've gained 15. And I said, that's a lot. And she said, yeah, but that's on top of the 15 or 20 they already carried. She said, it's beginning to get scary. And it's true. Once you start to get too heavy, what happens? You end up with medical issues. So we're here to tell you exactly what you need, to provide you with exactly what you need, and in this case, what you're gonna love. We have researched and done the homework of what people love and what they miss when they're told they can't eat it anymore. They miss chocolate. They miss peanut butter. They miss salty and crunchy and, like you said, cheese puffs. They miss pretzels. They want to have their mac and cheese. Well, the old story is you can't have that and lose weight. It won't work. But we did everything in measured amounts. We give you exactly what you need to start and to win. And if you'd like, Suzanne, I'll go and show you how it arrives and what you do to start off.
Well, Kath,
you want to do that?
Kath, I want to show this because you and I have known each other for many, many years now, and I've been very blessed to be a part of your life, and I do appreciate that. But can you show your before, during, and after, and talk a little bit about this first photo?
Well, that was not a happy girl. That was a girl who was on a bike trip. I don't know where we were, but I was struggling up a hill. But you can see the belly, the thickness of my arms, my legs. That was not a healthy looking girl. And then that's also still me kind of, you know, hiding everything. We were actually in Turkey where the religion requires that you cover up. So we grabbed, I don't know, tablecloths and scarves to try to wrap around. But you can see that is not a small girl. My face was really big. So, and it's funny, Steve looks back at these pictures and he said, my gosh, you really were kind of heavy. He never said anything, but when you look now and you see this, you say, wow, okay, now I get it. I was too big. And Suzanne, it affected my life. When you are angry with yourself, when you're PO'd because you did it again, you got yourself into that cycle, that yo-yo where you drop a few, you gain a few more, you drop a few, you gain a few more. And over the years, all you do is get bigger. And I was so angry. And when you're angry, it really sort of floods into other things. Doesn't make me the happiest wife. And you know, you're always dieting. You're always out there with your friends talking about dieting. I got so sick of it. I said, I'm going to try Nutrisystem. I love the way Marie looked. And I thought, what the heck? I'll give it a month. And I went on the program and I found the food to be absolutely fine. And this is about 10 years ago. Now it's beyond. It's delicious. They have improved incrementally, and you get so much more now than what you used to get. So much more variety. This is not your grilled chicken and salad program. This is not the rabbit food or what I call the dog diet. The dog diet's where you eat the same thing every day, because that's what your dog eats. This is about variety, flavor, balance. I mean, who gives you muffins? Who gives you really delicious bars? Who gives you mac and cheese? And now we have a new mac and cheese that has turkey sausage in it. Creamy cauliflower and chicken. Let me show you a couple of things. And by the way, we recommend that you go to the grocery store and buy your basics. And what I always tell people, Suze, is that plan for this program the way you would plan for a new job or plan to take a vacation. Plan what you're going to need. You think about it in advance. So I say, okay, I'm going to need tomatoes, lettuce, cucumbers, carrots. Well, guess what? I have that already. And we're coming into vegetable season. The tomatoes are going to be incredible. I need blueberries, cantaloupe, strawberries, raspberry. I have them. I have the basics. So if you don't tend to buy that sort of food, that's the only thing you will need to buy. You go around the perimeter of the market and you get the basics, the vegetables and the fruits. And then this is going to be your Bible. This is going to be the book you live by, because this tells you step by step what you can have and when to have it. Here's your breakfast, here's a snack, here's your lunch, here's a snack, here's your dinner, here's a dessert snack. And that means you're eating all those times a day. So at no time do you do that afternoon crash where you start to eat the leg off the table. Everybody else is doing the donut and cappuccino break, running across the street to the shop. You don't have to do that because you have your own. And while everybody else is packing on the pounds, you're taking off the pounds. It absolutely works. People ask me this all the time. Does it work? And how does it taste?
Yes.
And I said, yes and excellent.
Excellent,
and,
yes.
You know, but just tell me what to do. Yeah. I will tell you a true story. She's probably watching. A friend of mine is about 72 years old, used to be a flight attendant, used to be a cheerleader. What I say is used to, doesn't live here anymore, but used to, she's 5'2", and she used to weigh about 115. Now let's face it, you don't need to weigh 115 anymore, but unfortunately she went up 50 pounds in the last 50 years. So it's a pound a year, it's not a big deal, but guess what? It adds up. And pretty soon you're 120, you're 130, you're 140, you're 150, you're 160. And now your doctor's telling you you're too heavy. All that weight's around your belly. It's pressing on your heart. I don't like it. Get it off. So she called me and she said, I've had it. I've tried other things. They don't work. I'm not disciplined. I need you to tell me what to eat. And I said, I want you to do Nutrisystem. And she said, yeah, but there's a million things I don't like. I said, do you like mac and cheese? Love it. I said, do you like spaghetti and meatballs? Yeah. How about chicken parmesan with pasta? Yeah. Pizza? Well, sure. I said, then this is your program. Right. And we sat down together and I went over this with her. I wish I could do this actually for everybody. We should have a Nutrisystem, let's all start together video show or a live show. But we sat down and I gave her grocery list, which is here, and I gave her a day by day, here's what you're gonna eat for breakfast. And she goes, yeah, but I have to go over and do such and such. I work at the desk, I tutor kids. Okay, you're gonna take the bar with you on that day. On a day when you don't have time, you're gonna grab and go. So she lost 5.5 pounds her first week. And now by week 3, she's on 8 pounds. But here's the funny thing. She had a birthday. And you know what birthdays are. They're not birthdays. They're birth weeks. They're birth months. Sometimes they go right to the following year for the next birthday. So she said, my kids took me out to lunch. My friends took me out to dinner. My so-and-so took me out to another lunch and another dinner. And she said, guess what? I still lost a pound. Because she said, I paid more attention to what I ordered. I didn't order my usual. I didn't eat the loaf of bread. So she said, I'm delighted with this. It's easy, it's delicious, and she's so fussy. Every time I would say something, she'd go, oh, I'm not it. Don't tell me I'm going to have to eat salad all day long. You don't have to eat salad. She goes, no, I love tomatoes. Well, I love cucumbers. I said, well, good.
Well, to your friend's point, though, it is, I think a lot of times, there's a couple things we do. Number one, a lot of us just don't have time. We don't have the time to do, oh, it's Sunday, I'm going to prep for an entire week, and I got it all measured out and figured out in this little portion. It's got to be the size of my hand. No time for that. And nobody really wants to spend the time doing that because we'd rather do anything else but that, right? That's one reason I think, Kathy, this is why it's always so popular. It's because all the thinking's done for you and it's really delicious. Okay, so I'm not allowed to eat on the air because, you know, all the crazy stuff going on. But they don't say I cannot eat off the air. So I decided I was gonna try, I know, so off camera before I came on the air, yeah, I was eating this. And you know what? I know it from last time, I know it before, I know it because I've used it. I love it, and I love the new stuff. And I tried the cheese puffs. I'm now completely in love with the cheese puffs that are new, and they're right down there. They are so delicious, guys. You feel like you've gone to the store, and you've gone to the aisle that you swear you never should be in. You know, the whole popcorn and chips and pretzels, that whole aisle. And you get satisfied like you're eating in that aisle. And that's something I miss, is this kind of stuff. You don't end up missing it. So what happens is you don't have that need to go, oh my gosh, I want a chocolate treat. Well, guess what? It's in here because it's gonna walk you through everything you need to be successful, and it's nutritionally balanced. See, that's key too. You're thinking, how in the world can I have a cheese puff? There's no nutrition in a cheese puff. Well, guess what? They have made it not only taste absolutely delicious, but they've made it nutritionally good for you as well. So you're like, oh, you know, I can't do this because the sodium's too much, or it's this, whatever. You know what I love? It's controlled, it's figured out. They have a whole team of people who work on not only making this delicious, not only giving you the satisfaction of the taste and the texture that we all crave and the yummy we want and the hearty goodness, but it's nutritionally sound as well. Isn't that exciting? So again, it's one call, it's going online, and boom, you've got it. Now, let me kind of give you an update. Here's what you get. Well, again, Kath will take us through us much more in depth. You get the whole table. That's your first shipment. It comes in a great big old box, and that's free shipping, by the way. Now, you have your choice of balanced, which is this, or you have the vegetarian option, which I love. Let me give you an update on balance and on Autoship for balance. This is really important to understand this at midnight. When I launched this last time with Kathy, we sold over 700, almost 800 of these in the very first hour. We only brought in, of the balanced single ship, just getting what you see here to try it out for a month, we only brought in 2,400, and now I'm already down to only 2,300, and we're 15 minutes into the new day. So I'm just giving you a little heads up. I think it's important to order it now, and here's what's really important. Let's say you just get the one shipment and you really love it. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing some results. This is amazing. Oh, I feel better. I'm looking better. My clothes are looser. This works, right? Well, then you go, oh wait, I want to keep getting it. If you don't order our Autoship today, then you will not be able to get the price that you're seeing right now. The retail value on this is $328 and some change. Our price normally, which is very good, is $241.95. So what you'd have to do, and you'd have to pay shipping. So right now, if you order Autoship, you can cancel it, you can do whatever you want with Autoship. You're not stuck in it. But what you do get is this exact same deal, except again, we'll talk about the 5-week or the first week quick start. You get the same package, right, over and over for as many months as you need it, and you lock in today's very low, very special price. So I would recommend, even if you say, well, I've never tried it, you want Autoship, because when it starts working, you don't want to fall off the wagon. You're like, oh my gosh, I really want to follow this. I want to keep going because it's working for me. And Autoship is flat out your best value that we're offering. And guess what, on Autoship, instead of about $18 shipping, you continue to get free shipping on Autoship. So just a big deal, and I want you to understand how important that is. All right, so here's what I'd like to do, Kath. Let's talk about what happens, what comes in the box, what should we expect, what should we do?
Well, you know, it's funny. Sorry, my head is cut off because I can only show the table, or me, and the table was more important. But Suzanne, you asked me a question earlier before we went on. You said, what does it really look like when it arrives to you? And I wanted you all to know, this is what comes to your door. This is it. It is a box that is so professionally packed that the whole month's worth of food is in there. And the first thing I want you to look for, and I'm going to bring this with me so I don't have to cut my head off. This is the first thing in the box. In your box is going to be the Fast 5. This is what you look for. Everything you need to eat except a couple veggies like tomatoes or cucumbers. Everything is in here. And this tells you exactly what to do. This is your daily tracker, and it tells you, eat this, drink this, do this at these hours. And it's so simple. Let me just show you. I'm blind as a bat. So let me just put on my glasses. My bling. There we go. Okay. It says eat all of the food listed each day and 4 servings of veggies. So if you like green beans, you like broccoli, zucchini, squash, whatever vegetables you love, it's tomato season, cucumber season. There's just a billion vegetables you can eat. It tells you, have a Nutrisystem shake. Look at this shake. I make this shake a special way. I do the 8 ounces of water with the shake, but then I add 5 ice cubes. And I blend it, and it is so thick, Suze, you can't really drink it with a straw. It's like soft ice cream that's melted down a little. This is so filling. So you're going to have your shake, and that's essential because that's got protein, and it's really going to fill you up and make you extremely satisfied so you're not hungry. Then you're also going to have breakfast. In this bag is breakfast. You pick and choose which one of the items you would like, whether it's a muffin or it's look at this one. This is an apple walnut oatmeal, which is one of the newer ones. So you have your breakfast, then you have your Nutrisystem shake, then you're gonna have some lunch with some salad or vegetables, then you're gonna have a snack, then you're gonna have dinner, and you're still gonna have room for lots of extra veggies. Everything you need is in this Fast 5 box. This should have you losing up to 5 pounds your first week. Then you switch over to the regular plan, and there's no boredom here. You have, in the morning, muffins, or you can have our newer strawberry yogurt bar, or our cinnamon streusel bar, our cinnamon bun bar, our apple strudel bar, and you also can have, if you want, yogurt or a hard-boiled egg. These are the things that you keep in the house. So you get a lot to eat just for breakfast. Then you're gonna have a snack mid-morning so you don't get hungry. We don't let you go breakfast, lunch, dinner. We don't let you skip a meal because you need to stay really level and full and happy so you don't tend to want to go out and binge. So you might have a mid-morning snack. Maybe it would be some cottage cheese and you go, oh, I hate cottage cheese. Okay, there are plenty of choices in your little Bible here. It tells you all the things you could eat. It says pick from this list. Then let's say come 12 o'clock, it's lunchtime. How about, and by the way, these are color-coded. You have the sunny yellow for breakfast. You have your blue because midday people get blue because they're just starting to get hungry. You're not going to get hungry. Here's mac and cheese. All you do is remove the little cheese packet, add water, microwave for 90 seconds, then add the cheese packet, stir, and just let it sit for 5 minutes so that it thickens up. It is rich, creamy, absolutely homemade tasting mac and cheese. If you're on the fly, grab a double chocolate caramel bar, or grab a strawberry yogurt bar, or you can have a chocolate graham bar. There's so many things for grab and go, and you don't have to eat the same thing every day. We give you tons of variety. Then you're gonna have a midday snack again. It's time to eat again. So how about just some fresh green peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, red pepper, yellow pepper, whatever you might like, and a little bit of hummus, just something to kind of get you over the hump. Because, you know, that's the time of day people tend to get a little hungry. You also can have some fruit. And let me tell you something. They give you an opportunity in the middle of the day, if you're hungry, to have 2 ounces of some kind of deli meat. This is a 2-ounce piece of chicken. I weighed it. That's 2 ounces. So if you buy in the deli section or in, you know, where the hot dogs and the meats are, and they have those packages of, you know, natural, organic, healthy turkey meat, chicken meat, Those are 9-ounce packages. So if you do 2 ounces, 2 ounces, 2 ounces, 2 ounces, you have 4 days worth of snacks. Then I have some grapefruit. I love the grapefruit and the natural juice. This is all legal. It's all fine. And this is just a snack in the middle of the afternoon to keep you going. So then it comes dinner time. It's like, you gotta be kidding, I'm stuffed. Dinner time. I took some mushrooms, onions, and peppers, and I sauteed them. And I kept them in a container so I could do it twice in the week. This is the pizza. Now, I know you're thinking pizza, I gotta have 27 slices. Not when you've been eating properly all day. This is your pizza, and then we recommend maybe you have a nice salad. And then guess what? You get an after-dinner snack. I like my dessert right away. So I'm the type who's gonna reach for Suzanne's favorite cheese puffs. But a lot of people do like to save that snack for when they're watching TV later on. So when you think you're gonna go, raid the fridge for something, we give you something. So you have virtually everything you need. And we have some new meals. And by the way, when we say vegetarian, we mean there's no beef and no chicken. For those of you who want the beef or the chicken, that's called the balanced or the regular.
Okay,
I
Kathy,
happen to like chicken.
I got a couple things I want to do real quick. I want to introduce you guys to Tara because she's joining us live. Also, I want to do Marie's video because she's such an inspiration to all of us. But I do want to show Tara's before and after first because I'd love you guys to hear her story. And you're also going to hear from a guy coming up later on. And this is Tara. I mean, gosh, beautiful inside and out. Lost 26 pounds in 7 months. Look at the before on your right. Look at the after. Brilliant smile in both, but boy, she's beaming in that after. And she joins us on the phone. And Tara, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. And Kathy, it is always good to have you with us.
Oh, thank you guys. No, I love talking about Nutrisystem, so I'm here whenever you guys want to talk.
Why do you love talking about it?
Well, I've been so successful on the plan, and being someone who struggled with weight pretty much my whole life, especially after I had a child, and just kind of life gets at you and you stop focusing on yourself. I ended up trying so many different plans, and to finally find something that not only works, but, is easy to follow and sustainable, it was just completely life-changing for me.
So you're a busy mom, clearly.
I am.
Yeah, so this for me, that's one of the things or hiccups I have. I don't have a lot of time to prep or plan. I don't want to have to think about it. We've got so much going on. Did you find it fit into your busy lifestyle very easily? Oh,
absolutely. I definitely love the different bars that they have. Chocolate peanut butter bars, that happens to be my favorite. Cinnamon bun bar that you can have in the morning. There's so much variety when it comes to different flavors depending on what you want, but just that convenience factor is huge. I'm on the run. I know that I need to grab something and I need to go because there are other things that I need to do. So just knowing that I'm fueled throughout the day and it's something that's just easy to follow just has been very helpful. And I think there are a lot of people out there that can definitely agree with that.
Let me ask you this. How does it change your approach to food now? 26 pounds later, still, feeling great, looking great. How has it changed kind of your brain in a way?
Well, I think it definitely allowed me to just approach food differently. One, the fact that I can eat with a lot of different programs, a lot of different, binge diets, fad diets, everything's so restrictive. Mm-hmm. So the number one thing that Nutrisystem taught me is you are allowed to eat. But you do have to pay attention to what you're eating. I don't have to eat huge plates of food. But there are different things that I can pick that are healthier for my body that, that taste good and that are just consistently keeping me fueled. And that's just something that I learned from Nutrisystem. So it's nothing temporary. It really is something that you carry with you, far on after you're not even on the plan.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's so important. And we don't talk about that, Kathy, a lot. Tara, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining us. No and we really love you join us. And again, I've got Joey coming up to talk to us as well. But Kathy, I'd like you to add on to that briefly before we see Marie's little testimonial, because that's so important. A lot of people think, well, what happens when I'm off Nutrisystem? Is it all going to come tumbling back? As Tara said, it really changes even how you approach food for the rest of your life.
When you learn what an entire pizza that serves 12 people means to eating it all by yourself versus eating what is real and normal along with healthy vegetables and fruits, then you start to understand that your system is a high performance luxury machine. And you should, forgive me, you should not spit in the tank. You really need to fuel the machine properly. And once you find out the variety of foods you can eat and you finish on the program, we then have a step down that teaches you how to eat, whether it's on your own or continuing with some of the food. Most people keep the food in their closets because they love it and it's grab and go. But you are taught. And therefore, when you go out for sushi, you go out for Italian, you like to do Chinese food, you learn how to order better because you work hard to get it off. And one of the most frustrating things is a year later, people are back again, back to up where they were or worse. This truly sets your mind right, as they say in Cool Hand Luke, so that you do get it and you don't pack it on. And if you do happen to find that you get 3 or 4 pounds on because you were on vacation and you weren't exercising, you were sitting drinking Mai Tais under the umbrella, well, you can get right back on plan. And that's what's nice. And these are so cool. Because this is microwavable and it's a stand-up piece. It stands right up in the microwave and you can eat it out of the pouch if you had to. So if you were taking a trip and you have access to a microwave, if you go to a lot of places, they have a microwave, you just heat it and eat it. And it's delicious food and it's filling and satisfying because we give you that thick, yummy, creamy pasta-y stuff.
Oh, yes. Okay, so again, let me give you just a quick update. And then I want you to see Marie's video because she has been the face of Nutrisystem for many years. And it's really amazing. But remember, here's the story. What you're looking at is you get the Fast 5. You get the whole thing in the first box. It's a big box. The Fast 5, up to 5 pounds the first week. You know what? When that first 5 pounds happens and you start to feel it and you're like, oh, and then you've got to remember, not only are you feeling the results, but you're getting healthier. And when you start to get healthier, what happens? You sleep better, and maybe you go up the steps and maybe you park the car farther back. It's such a cool domino effect that's so positive in our lives. And I think we need as much positivity as we can right now. This gets you excited. Fast 5 right out of the gate. Then you're gonna get the next 3 weeks also included. Now, the weekends are on your own, and Kath will explain that in just a second, but you're gonna be covered breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the snacks all day long. You really gotta eat again? It's time to eat again? And then you go, well, let me see. I want the cheese puffs. Obviously, I'm a little obsessed with those. You get the entire program. Now, here's what we've done. If you had to buy this anywhere else, and you can only get from Nutrisystem or here, right? You would spend $328. They have done a one-day phenomenal offer, and it's the only Nutrisystem Today special we have slated for the rest of the year. So this is important. If you want to get started, best deal anywhere, it's right here. We're even beating Nutrisystem on this, and this is completely exclusive, okay? $328 versus $199.98. Now we have it on 4 flex pays. I gotta explain that because you might be new. You spread your payments out over 4 months, you get it right away. You don't have to wait for 4 months to start the program. You started, you have 4 months to pay it off. You also save almost $18 on shipping buying it from us. Now by far, you guys are grabbing what's called Autoship. And why is that so important? If you get this now on Autoship, you're gonna be able to keep getting this same $140-some savings as long as you stay in Autoship. Now, let's say you hit your goal in 2 months. You know, 2 Autoships, comes every 30 days, right to your door. How convenient is that, right? You don't have to go to the store, you don't have to go out in public, whatever. It comes right to your door. Say you're done in 2 months. You cancel your Autoship. It's really easy. It's super easy to get out of Autoship. What you won't get after today is Autoship. So you'll have to pay the full price trying to pull it all together. This is 100% exclusive to you shopping with us. We're the only TV retailer that has Nutrisystem now. Even our sister network does not carry it. So this is the place to get it. And finally, feel better, look better, and be happier. I mean, that's what we need in our life, right? Let's celebrate you, let's celebrate us. And we know if you're not feeling great, you just can't be your greatest self. And I think this is such a wonderful, easy way to be able to do it. Now, we all want to show you the Marie video because she has been an inspiration for years, and clearly, she has had great success on Nutrisystem, so please watch Marie Osmond.
Today could be the day that changes everything for you. The day you decide to take control and empower yourself to get healthy and finally take care of you.
Okay, and you guys just check out the before and after. And my gosh, she never ages. Like, what's up with that? I'm thinking, not only does she look fantastic, but I mean, she looks fantastic. I saw her recently on one of the commercials, and I stole mine. Kathy and I both worked with Marie Osmond. She used to sell dolls, little dolls. She's a really big, huge doll collector. And she is a doll. She's a sweetheart of a person. But just look at the difference. And if you grew up with Marie, then we all pretty much know her age. So why not age and really look better than ever? How awesome would that be, right? Well, there's so much to get into. Kathy, I want to do one more thing because now we have Joey, and I love it that Joey's joining us tonight because I love hearing it from a guy's perspective. So we're going to check out Joey's before and after. So you're going to see Joey's before is on the left, 79 pounds in 9 months. That's pretty darn remarkable. I mean, that's dropping some weight, okay? And obviously, you guys, you want to remember, add exercise because I think naturally you will start to move more because you start feeling better. But I'm going to talk to Joey. We're going to get him on the air with us. And Joey, welcome. It is wonderful to have you back with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
I love your story, and I'd love you to share what your experience has been with Nutrisystem.
Absolutely. So I was at a place in my life where I was at 280 pounds. I tell people all the time that I was, happy on the outside, but on the inside I knew something wasn't right. Something was just off. One day my wife, we were having lunch. She looked at me, and I could see her, she had those serious eyes, right? We're about to have a serious conversation, and she had her eyes started welling up, and she said, you know what? You need to make a change, and you need to make a change for me. You need to make a change for, we only had one kid at the time, for our son. She said, but you need to make a change for yourself because the way that you're eating, the path that you're on, you're not going to be here for the long haul. And that hurt, right? And that took a lot. That was a very serious turning point in my life. And so I did what every guy can do at that point and said, I can do this. I got it. I don't need directions. I don't need instructions. Get out of my way. Let me show you how to do this. And I literally tried everything. I literally tried every single thing that you could do. I looked up everything I could on the internet, and nothing worked. And then one night we were watching TV, and I saw a commercial with Marie Osmond, and my wife said, you should try that. And so I had to do my due diligence. I did the fact-checking and all the things that I could possibly do. And the hardest part was actually picking up the phone, making that call, and somebody saying, how can I help you? What do you want to lose today? And I was like, I gotta lose some weight. And they walked me through it. I got my first delivery, lost 7 pounds in the first week and 79 pounds in 9 months.
Wow. Why do you think this was so different? Because you had tried stuff and you said nothing seemed to work.
Correct, yeah. So I just didn't understand portion size. That's literally what I did not understand was portion size. So me, thinking, okay, instead of 4 pieces of pizza, I'll just have 3 pieces of pizza, right? No, Nutrisystem taught me to eat the right portion size. So when I eat pizza now, I understand what the right portion size is. So it really came down to portion size on this. Also, they made it so simple, right? I'm not here trying to do some, intense mathematics or anything like that. I'm not having to calculate a whole bunch of stuff. It's all simple for me. It's the colors are easy to understand. The yellow for breakfast, the red for dinner, those things like that. I can just find what I want, pick it up, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah. And how does the food taste?
It's absolutely amazing. So, and I say that because I still eat the food today. Not because I'm scared I'm going to gain the weight back, just because I'm a foodie, I love food, and I'm still eating it because it's the right price point for me, and the food is great. So.
Right? And Joey, I have to ask you this too, because I asked Tara that as well. How has it changed your mental outlook on food, on your health, on your life?
Oh, that's a great question. So, as far as food is concerned, I look at food in a completely different way. I look at, the things that I was eating prior, and every now and then it's okay to have those things, but I know that I know how to eat better, right? That when Nutrisystem, when the first box came and I opened it up, I looked at how much food was in there, and I didn't really think that was possible to eat that much food. And that's what it is. I was basically starving myself so that, each meal that I was having, I was eating everything at the meal, right? I was eating that and some. And so, again, it taught me how to eat better. And then from that, I became, I started losing the weight. I became more active. I became more present in my family's lives and their activity, especially with my son. I was able to do more things with them. And it just changed everything. It literally changed everything for me.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, Joey, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It is awesome to hear your story, and I really appreciate you sharing that as well.
Thank you guys so much. You have a wonderful evening.
You too, Joey. I mean, come on.
Bye, Joey.
I mean, Kath, you know, he pretty much said it all. Like, that's really moving. That says a lot, especially what he said there at the end.
And guys are usually so hesitant to take a risk. They know they need to drop the weight. They generally think they can do it themselves. And the question always is, well, how's that been working out for you? If it's not working out, then you need help. And he mentioned something that when he first made the order, some nice person walked him through it. We have a customer service that is available to you toll-free all day long up until like 8 o'clock Eastern time. You can call and say, I'm on the ledge. I just had a fight with my husband and I'm ready to eat a hot fudge sundae and a cherry pie. And this person will talk you down off the ledge and help you get through a stressful moment. We all have stressful moments. Every one of us. This year has been the worst, but some of us have always been caregivers. Some of us have lived with illness. We have friends who have not been well. We have divorces. We have job loss. You have so many reasons to say, the heck with it. I don't care. But if it's you and your health, we would love you to care. We really would. You feel better, you look better, then suddenly things also seem to get better. And Suze, I do want to mention that this is a program where we give you the first week, 7 days, everything in that little Fast 5 box. The reason it's called Fast 5 is it's a 7-day program, but it's to help you lose up to 5 pounds the first week. Then you're going to get 15 days of breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. You fill in with the afternoon snack and the late afternoon snack, but you get 15 days. So if you're doing the math, you're going, wait a minute, I got 7 days of Fast 5 and 15 days of food, that's 22. The other days, we let you go on your own. We call it weekends off or weekends on your own. You can pick a Saturday, Sunday, or you can say, you know, I'm going to lunch with my girlfriend on Wednesday. I'm not going to do the program Wednesday. You can pick any 2 days of the week you want off. And I promise you, once you get in the mode, once you're on the bicycle and you're pedaling beautifully down the street, you won't want to pig out when you have your 2 days off. And you will find you can still lose weight even with 2 free days.
And so, Kathy,
it's just easy.
And let me ask you this, and so on Autoship, and we've got Courtney next, so I really definitely want to get to her as well, but on the Autoship, what will you get in that box?
Autoship, you're going to forget that you're not going to get the Fast 5 that time, so you're going to get 3 weeks worth of meals, and then in between the two, you're on your own. So you're going to be getting everything you need except for the 2 days off per week for the month. And it's just so simple. Follow the book. Yeah. Just eat what we tell you to eat, and you've got variety like crazy.
Well, I think what's really crazy about this is you'll go like, what? Oh, wait, it's time for me to eat something else again? And then you're like, oh, again. I got to eat again? Like, and a lot of people go, well, I'll just skip a couple. No, follow it. Let it do its job for you. Don't overthink it. You seriously don't. When it's time to eat again, just eat. Because I think a lot of times we think, oh, you know, I'm going to skip breakfast and then I'll just do a little bit of lunch, then I'll have a little more. No. Follow the steps. It's all here. It's all ready to go. It's right to your door. It's not a lot of extra effort except getting that outer rim of the grocery store, some veggies, some good fruit. You're done. I love the fact that they've simplified it. It's delicious and it's easy to follow. That's so crucial, because if it's hard and complicated, we have to weigh stuff, or, oh, I don't know, the size of my palm of my hand, I don't know, the size of a deck of cards. We give up, you know, we start out strong, and then all of a sudden we just fall off the wagon because it's too complicated. This isn't. I think this keeps you motivated. This Fast 5 absolutely sends you off like a rocket ship. Because in the first week, up to 5 pounds, Joy said lost 7 pounds. Obviously, it's gonna be different for everybody, but up to 5 pounds first week, that's motivation. You actually feel that. In fact, Kathy, do me a favor. Grab, is it your potatoes? Do you got your 5 pounds of potatoes?
I certainly do.
Show everybody what 5 pounds actually looks like.
Well, if you want to put 5 pounds on each hip because you tell me you gained 10 pounds this year, hang on, I'm a-coming. This is 5 pounds on each hip.
Just put 5
Maybe
pounds
you
on your
gained it in
belly. Just
Did
put,
you gain it in your belly? Well, there's your 5 pounds. That's 10 pounds, by the way. This is 10 pounds of potatoes. And if you gained it on your behind, it's back here. But think about it. If you say you gained 20 pounds, that is 4 bags of 5 pound each potatoes. You go to the market next time and pick those 4 bags up and say, my poor body, what have I done? And honestly, it is a disservice to your health to be toting this around. It's scary. And some people say, but I have so much. And I will be honest with you. Life is going to move on with or without you committing. So if you say, I would like to be 20 pounds thinner by next fall, you can be 20 pounds thinner, or you can say the heck with it and just gain a few more pounds and perhaps endanger your health more. In other words, the time's going to pass either way. Why not get where you want to be? I used to say to my dad all the time, I have so much weight to lose, it's going to take me forever. He said, honey, forever is going to come either way. You might as well commit to what you want. And
that is good advice.
But it's so true.
Yeah.
You know, it's so
Absolutely.
true. Life moves on with or without us committing to what we want. So let's get what we want.
Well,
Sorry,
and also, I
can't
think to your point too, life's too short. I mean, why are we spending day after day after day? At some point, you've got to say, enough's enough. You know what I mean? And I always say, if mom ain't happy or daddy ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So why do we spend another week, another month, another decade just not feeling our best? And, you know, we got one shot at this thing called life.
Right.
Why not tonight just go, you know what? I'm worth it. And guess what? You're not spending, you know, what is it, 4 weeks of food money at the grocery store anymore. Can you imagine? I mean, think of it, the cost per meal, if you do the dividing on this, it's literally coming out a couple dollars a meal. Instead of spending, you know, $10 to $15 out, or you're going to lunch, you're eating dinner out. I just think how much money you'll save, actually, when you really get down to it. You're doing it at home. If you're on the go, if you're on the run, it's ready for you. If you're hanging at the house, you work from home, you won't be tempted to get into that cabinet that's got all the quote-unquote bad stuff, because you're satisfied, you're happy, you've got sweet and salty and ooey and gooey and rich and delicious and pizzas, and it's amazing the breadth of flavor that you get. And remember, it's nutritionally balanced, and that's kind of my lead into Courtney, who's joining us next. Courtney is a Nutrisystem nutritionist. And Courtney, I'd really thank you for joining us tonight, because I think a lot of people, for example, Courtney, I'm gonna look at this plate of like the most yummy bars, because there's a lot of bars out there that don't look this good, okay? They say they're good for you, but they don't look good. And then I wanna go down to my newest obsession, which are the brand new cheese puffs, which are so good, right? And look at this, look at the chocolate covered pretzels, guys. Look at the cheese puffs, look at the cookies. Oh, I don't know, little hot chocolate chips. People will see this, Courtney, and say, oh, wait a minute, how can I eat cheese puffs? Those aren't quote unquote good for me. Let's get into the nutritional value and how it's built into the system.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on the show. So in terms of our nutrition, you know, we really do want to make sure that we are maximizing on that protein and fiber in our foods and really delivering on that balanced approach to nutrition. And that's really important when we're trying to lose weight, right? Because we know that protein and fiber are those nutrients that are going to help keep us feeling full in between our meals and really also help to sustain our energy between those meals.
Mm-hmm. And how do you guys do that with this program? Because you know what, I look at some of this stuff and say, oh, I even feel guilty looking at it, like the cheese puffs again. But you don't have to worry about that. You really can just relax into the program, can't you?
You can, and we really try to make it simple. We really try to take all of that thinking out so you don't have to do that. You can feel confident knowing that we have a team that works behind the scenes really trying to figure all of that out, really trying to think through what are your favorite foods that we know people enjoy eating, things like chocolate, macaroni and cheese, loaded potatoes. We take those popular foods and then we figure out, okay, well, how do we make them a little bit healthier? You know, how do we add the protein, the fiber, and really make sure that they're perfectly portioned to help support weight loss.
Yeah, see, you guys have all the brains. They do all the work for us, so all we have to do is go, yeah, I'd like that cookie, and yeah, I'll take the cheese puff, and oh, how about the chocolate-covered pretzels? There's so many things out here like this mac and cheese. Your brain instantly goes, well, I could never eat that. That's not good for me. Well, guess what? Because of Nutrisystem's brilliant nutritionists and their team and their scientists, they do it for you. Courtney, thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight. I really love chatting with you.
Thank you so much again.
All right, take care, Courtney. So Kathy, I mean, again, I think every element of this is so well thought out. You can really tell there's so much behind it. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you mentioned this, Kathy, but when you need help, let's say you're, on that point where you're about to eat a Snickers bar or something like that, we actually have a dedicated HSN customer service line. They have a team waiting just for your call that don't take any other calls. So when HSN customers call into your dedicated line, they're there to help you. And Kathy, I love that because you're not stuck in a line between, behind 1,000 other people. You know what I mean?
Right on the back of the book is your toll-free number, and you can call anytime and say, I'm going out to dinner. I'm not sure what I should order at this kind of restaurant. We're going to be at an Italian restaurant, and I always go after, the bread and the pasta. Tell me what I should order, and they will help you plan ahead. Listen, being in control is key. Being ahead of the game, thinking. We do all the thinking for you, but when you're on your day off and you are thinking, well, what am I going to eat? Then we help you through it. And another thing, Suze, is when you make this order, we have a computerized app. It's called NuMi, N-U-M-I. And people who love being in community, people who love competing with other people or having other people to help encourage them and give them an atta-girl will love NuMi. You really are able to track your success, look things up, get support from your community, chat with other people. It's wonderful. And you also get $25 off of another item that you might want to try. Marie is an absolute addict for ice cream sandwiches. This is her thing. And so if you want, you can order these after you download the app. We will give you a code and you can get $25 off, something that you've always wanted to try, perhaps from the frozen selection.
Oh, nice.
But I just want to make sure you understand, the value. I went and had, when I was really in bad mode, I used to go to the famous coffee place and have a grande non-fat skim latte with Splenda. And it was $4.19. I know it because I did it every day. Multiply it by 7 days. You're looking at over $25 a week. That's $100 a month. And I haven't had anything to eat yet. So this is a terrific value.
Yeah.
And it's good food. If you had to go out and buy the meat to make the meatballs, to buy the chicken to make the chicken pasta, you would be spending a lot of money. And one of our guys said he spent $12 a day just at the drive-thru. So this is a very good value. But you get variety. And like Courtney said, you have the right amount of protein, the right amount of stuff to make you feel full. You get the crunchy, salty, sweet, gooey stuff to make you happy. And it keeps you on track while the scale goes down. And virtually everything, there's no redundancy in this. You don't get bored. It's like, oh gosh, do I have to eat that again? I mean, the packing list in this, let me just take a second and read. Strawberry yogurt bar, cheddar broccoli rice, white cheddar mac and cheese, white bean chicken chili, spicy kung pao noodles, chocolate peanut butter bar. That's just lunch, and there's more. And then we have hearty beef stew, barbecue seasoned chicken, rotini and meatballs, chicken pasta parm, chicken pot pie, mac and cheese with turkey sausage, meatballs and marinara, chicken edamame power bowl, harvest grain bowl, Santa Fe style chicken. Come on, that is more than most of us would ever come up with in a month. I'm kind of like meatloaf Monday and chicken Tuesday. I can get boring as a cook because it's just easy. This gives you so much variety, you don't get bored, and boredom is one of the reasons people fall off the wagon.
I think
we have we've built success into it.
And I also think too, boredom, on the flip side of that, there's too much prep. If you've got to do it, like, okay, I've got to block off all my Sunday to prep my meals for the entire week so I can stay committed to healthier eating, I'm done. Like, I just don't have time, nor do I want to spend my Saturdays and Sunday doing that. And I don't really want to cook very much. And so to your point, you've got it all here. And I think it's so easy to slip into this. It is. It's not like you're doing a Herculean effort saying, oh, I've got to commit to yada, yada, yada. Let the system work for you. You've seen so many before and afters. We're going to show you some more actually right now. Try it out. Like, why not? You know, and I always say, you know, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, at some point you got to do something about it. And, you know, I asked right in the very beginning of the hour, I said, how do you feel? Now, if you feel great, I love you. I think that's amazing. And be the great you are. But if you don't feel great, why is that? And I'll tell you what, a lot of it can be surrounded when we're just not happy with ourselves. So if you're not happy with yourself, and nobody wants to be in that position, but that's the reality for many people, then here's your opportunity to really make a difference. And here's just what I want to remind you. I mean, look at John, 85 pounds in 18 months. Brian, 86 pounds. I mean, you think, oh, I got a long way to go. That's a lot of weight that Brian lost. That's really amazing. Cheryl lost 20 pounds in 3 months. I am so inspired by Cheryl. She's just a great story. And you know, you can be that next story for yourself. And you know, if you're a before and you really want to feel an after, like look at his before smile, but then look at his after smile. You can tell that zest for life is back. You can tell he looks and feels great. And that's so important. And you know what, like I said earlier, we got one spin at this thing called life. And if you're not maxing it out and you're not feeling great and you're not happy every day, at some point you got to stop and do something about it. And I think we're giving you something really that could be life-changing tonight. It sounds a little dramatic, but I really, truly feel that way. All right, let me review what we're doing too, because we got some options. This is called the balanced plan, and this has the chicken and it's got the protein in it. Or you can do the vegetarian plan. Everybody gets Fast 5 on either choice. You know, it's just your version, whether balanced or vegetarian. That's right out the gate. And then you're gonna get 3 more weeks. That's the rest of the program. And you have 2 days off. So that's on your own every single week. Do what you want. Take the days when you want. It's pretty awesome to be able to do that. This all comes in a single box. You get everything. And what happens is we have this as a single shipment. Last time we launched this, we sold almost 800. We're gonna sell probably 1,000 or more tonight in this first hour. If you wanna get the single ship and just try it out, you can. The best value though is Autoship, because once you start this, you wanna stay on it because you start seeing results, you're getting happy, right? If you get the Autoship, you're gonna keep getting tonight's price for as many months as you need it. How cool is that? So you keep getting the same savings, which is $140 when you add the $17 shipping. You continue to get that, plus you get free shipping, and you're gonna get that for as long as you stay in the program. Most of you are picking Autoship, and the cool thing is hey, if you hit your goal in the first month, cancel Autoship. If you do it in the first 3 months, cancel Autoship. But today is the only day you can get Autoship on this exclusive system. Well, I've got to say goodbye to Ms. Levin right now. So
you
I
owe
love
me
you,
a tennis
dear.
game.
I know,
You
girl.
owe me a tennis game.
I got to get you back down to Florida sometime. You know that.
I know.
Someday.
I'll see everybody at 12 noon.
All right, we'll see you at noon.
You.
And here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wrap up this part of the show. We have coins coming up next. By the way, we're gonna go deep into the sea and we're gonna go back in time, way back in time, in the next hour, so stick around for that. But stay on the line for this. Go to hsn.com. It's a couple of clicks. You can reserve the Autoship. And remember, with the single ship, I only have a couple thousand even available for the rest of the day. So check out more details on hsn.com. Up next, we're going to go into the magical world of coin collecting.
Never run out of the things you love with Autoship at HSN. Receive your favorite items with automatic deliveries and easily customize your shipping preferences. Plus, Autoship locks in your order price while enrolled. It's the smartest way to get more of a good thing. Search Autoship on hsn.com.
They say home is where the heart is. So when I'm at home, I want it to feel warm and welcoming and full of things that make me smile and make life just a little bit easier. Join me today at 10 a.m. for your weekly look at the latest ways to make your home a haven.
Lancôme, Paris on HSN.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
I found it in Peru, China, Morocco, an amethyst mine in the middle of nowhere. Every day's a new adventure. We go right to the mines. You can actually show people, okay, this is how it all starts. And every rough material you get is like opening a Christmas present. You're able to sculpt it, make it into something that's really unique, very special, very limited. And I think that that's what people love. They know the history of it.